What's up, YouTube? This is Owen Dowell here, and just wanted to come on here and make you guys a quick video. This is kind of like a test video of my iPhone 11 Pro Max, just kind of see what the video quality is like. This actually is the front-facing camera, and yeah, it is Sunday, November 3rd. I can't believe it's already November. Like, what happened in January? I mean, it was like January. It seemed like almost yesterday. It's crazy. This year's almost over. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm actually heading back to my apartment in Raleigh. I went up to Boone for the weekend, and yeah, just figured while I'm on the road, I would come on and make a quick video for you guys. I'd also like to go ahead and tell you guys a story, a little story about something that's been happening at my apartment. It's a little weird, and yeah, there's just a lot of weird red flags, and obviously I've been gone all weekend, so I don't know what I'm going to be expecting when I get back to my apartment. I have no idea. It could be anyway. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you guys the story. It's kind of crazy. So, here's the deal. As y'all know, my last video actually that I posted couple Thursdays ago, I think it was 2 Thursdays ago, was an unboxing of this iPhone 11 Pro Max, alright? Obviously I wanted to make an unboxing so I could show it to you guys, because this is absolutely going to be used for my YouTube channel, alright? It's got a really good video camera, and you know, I was a little apprehensive about it, because obviously I live in an apartment complex, right? And because of that, I've got neighbors literally all around me. I don't have any neighbors, I guess, to the right of me, but I do have a neighbor next to me. I've got neighbors above me and below me, so I was thinking, I'm going to be making this video, I'm probably going to be pretty enthusiastic, and you know, they're probably going to overhear the fact that, you know, I'm unboxing a new iPhone 11 Pro Max, and like, I don't know, I was a little hesitant about it, but I decided to go ahead and do it anyway, so I did. You know, it's just kind of one of those things that, and even when I make other YouTube videos, I'm always thinking, you know, just, you know, what if people are like listening into the videos I make? I hate it when people are listening into the videos that I make. That's why I always had the hardest time making videos. You know, back when I lived with my grandma and back when I lived with my family, it was just really, really, really tricky. I'm really watching my speed on this road, because this road is a speed trap and a half. Good gosh. So I'm like trying not to go too fast. I got bit here the other week, and that was not cool. It was not cool at all. So I really don't want that to happen again. Anyway, so I made that video. Now, the next day, alright, I get up, it was Friday, so I went to work, and then I got off work, or no, the next day I actually came up here to Boone. I actually came up here to, I was going to go to an event actually that was up here, but that event actually got canceled, which kind of sucks, and I found out it was canceled when I got here, but that was kind of unfortunate. So yeah, pretty much Friday, Saturday, Sunday I just spent up here. So then Monday rolls around, and obviously I wake up, get to work, then come back home, and I was thinking, you know what, I really need to go check my mail. So I went, and I weirdly think there was actually nothing in the mailbox, which was a little weird, considering how long it had been since I last checked it. Hopefully y'all can hear me, by the way. My car is a little loud, and we'll see. Let me back up a little bit, alright? Everybody in my apartment is super cool, alright? Everybody that I run into, you know, everyone there is really cool, really friendly, but there are 2 people there that make me just a little bit uneasy, alright? These people are twins, so, and they're a little bit older. I say that, you know, age is relative. I'd say they're probably in their, like, my phone is like freaking out with the directions because I'm recording while I'm using my GPS. You know, I'd say they're probably in their mid to late 40s, probably early 50s by this point. And there's just something kind of creepy about them. I always see them in the clubhouse, in the club room. I also see them a lot in the mailroom, and sometimes in the leasing office area and stuff. And you just see them in like some weird places. And you know, they're just kind of, they never really, you know, I say hey to them, they don't really say anything back, and they just kind of give off a vibe. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like, there's some people out there that you like are around them, and you don't even have to like associate with them. You can literally walk past them on the street, and you know that they're probably not great people. You know what I mean? It's just kind of one of those things. It's like they're a little iffy, and I can just kind of tell. So yes, those people are a thing. Now, back to the story. When I was walking back to my apartment from the mailbox, I actually happened to see one of these twins. Now, basically, my apartment's part of like this T-shaped intersection, okay? So I was walking down like the stalk of the T, like the middle part of the T. She was standing at the, where the T crosses, all right? And, on the right side of that T is my apartment, and the left side of the T is a bunch of other apartments, all right? So she was, and I guess also in the middle of the T, there's an apartment in the middle section too. She was actually standing in front of my neighbor's door. But it was a little odd to me. I was like, I've never seen her around here. So what I decided to do, and what I kind of wish I did differently, is I decided not to make any eye contact. I just decided, you know what? I'm just gonna focus, and I'm just gonna walk, not make any eye contact, not look at her. I'm just gonna go to my apartment and pretend that I didn't see her. That's exactly what I did. Now, what I should have maybe done is I should have actually walked a different direction and just kind of did like a weird route around the complex, and then just kind of went back to my apartment to see if she was gone, and then gone into my apartment. But I didn't. I wanted to get back to my apartment, so I walked right in, and that is where everything kind of starts going down. All right, so yeah, now this woman has seen me enter my apartment, and oh well, that's that. Now, for a little while there, nothing really happened. It was just a normal Monday, really. I just kind of was sitting on my computer. I was actually watching some YouTube videos. It's like 9:30 at night. I'm sitting on my computer. I'm watching YouTube, and all of a sudden, I get this knock on my door, and it's like a loud knock, and it was really startling to me. I thought it might be a cop, like. Maybe there's like something weird going on in the apartment complex, and there's just a cop going around like trying to get some insight, some intel on like some people or something. So I was like, okay, what's going on? So I decided to go and check and open the door. And here's the thing: is that my peephole at this time, I've since rectified this. Half of my peephole has always been dark. I haven't been able to see out of half of it. It had like a little bit of dirt or scum in there or something that just kind of got in there. So I don't know what it was. It was just black and dirty, I guess, because it's an old peephole. So couldn't use my peephole to see what it was. So I just walked up to the door and opened it. And sure enough, it was that twin that I saw earlier that day. I was kind of shocked, right? I was like, what the crap? What? I did not expect her to be there. I have no idea why she was knocking at my door at 9:30. So I stood there and I was stunned, and I was like, hey, what's going on? And she's like, I was wondering if I could use your phone to order a pizza. All right, that's exactly what she said. She's like, I was wondering if I could use your phone to order pizza. I mean, she said a couple other things, like she introduced herself. At least she introduced herself. I couldn't tell you her name, but she did introduce herself. But she was like, I would like to order a pizza. And I was like really nervous because, first of all, these women make me super nervous. And now one of them saw me enter my apartment, and I didn't think anything of it at the time, but it's occurring to me, they freaking know where I live. Now they're trying to knock on my door and use me or something. So I was nervous as heck, right? I was so nervous. Out of like being nervous, I said, yeah, you can use my phone to order a pizza. And here's the thing, if she had used my phone right then, right there, to order the pizza, it would have been fine. Absolutely fine, right? I would have let her use my phone if it was literally right then to order a pizza. All right, that's fine. And even though it was 9:30 and it was weird and late, I was like, yeah, I guess you can use my phone to order pizza. But no, she had to make the situation a little extra awkward, okay? She was like, okay, great, thank you. I'm gonna go upstairs and get my twin sister. That's how I found out that they're twins. I'm gonna go upstairs and get my twin sister, and it'll take me about 10 minutes to get her. Now, when she was telling me this, she was also telling me that she lived right above me. And that whole sentence was kind of sketchy. First of all, I found out that these women are my upstairs neighbors. That was a little unnerving, right? And secondly, she was like, I'm gonna go right upstairs. Now, literally the staircase, that connects the 2 floors together is literally right in front of my door. I was looking at the staircase. That if you are at the bottom of the staircase, you're at my apartment. If you're at the top of the staircase, you're at their apartment, okay? We are a staircase away from each other. Literally, not even kidding. So she's like, I'm gonna go get my sister, and she'll come down here and place the order for the pizza. It'll take me about 10 minutes. So I was like, 10 minutes? What the heck? It just seemed like an awful long time for her to go get her sister. Why was she getting her sister? Why wasn't she doing it? Why couldn't she be the one? Why didn't they already have their order in mind? And, it was just super duper weird. Like, if you're going to do that, you need to already have a game plan. You know what I mean? And so she's like, yeah, I'm going to go upstairs and get my sister. It'll take us about 10 minutes. Now, here's the other thing. This is what absolutely set it off. Is that when she was walking up the stairs, I was kind of just like standing there, and then she like stops and she's like, oh, by the way, I have a question. I was like, okay, what? And she showed me a Life magazine. All right, she held up, I don't know if it's a current issue. I haven't really kept up with Life magazine. I don't know what year it was or what issue it is. It's kind of dark here. She was like, I believe this woman on the Life magazine is being held hostage. Is there anything you could do to help me help her? And I was honest. I was like, I'm sorry, my dude. I have no idea what I can do to help her. But what the heck, man? Like, she had to throw that in there, okay? Like, it was like, almost seemed like it was her goal to make this situation as awkward as possible. Like, it was insane to me. It not only blew my mind, it blows my mind how awkward she made this situation. And I'm just like, I'm sorry, I don't know. She's like, oh, okay, that's okay. I just like, I just like to help her out and stuff. So I was like, I mean, yeah, that's cool, but what the heck? So I'm thinking these women are obviously like not even sober. They've got to be on something. I am convinced they are on something. I have no idea what, but they are on something. So anyway, she goes upstairs, and I wait like 15 freaking minutes. I'm not even kidding. I mean, and I'm kind of guesstimating the time that I waited. I don't remember exact time, but I'm thinking it was around 9:30 when she initially knocked, and then I'm thinking it was like around 9:45, 9:50 when her twin sister knocks, and it is, I'm assuming, her twin sister. She was wearing different clothes. My ear's about to pop, going down an elevation. All the pressure is building up outside my head. It's not exactly the most comfortable experience if you've ever changed elevation. Her twin sister comes. Now here's another thing. She comes and she knocks on my door. She was a little gentler, so I was kind of like, okay, so there she is. I was anticipating it, but the whole time I was waiting on her, I was kind of sitting there thinking, this is a very weird situation. Like, ordering a pizza at 9:30 at night, knocking on your complete stranger neighbor's front door. Hang on. There we go. Knocking on your complete stranger's front door at 9:30 at night to ask them to borrow their phone to order a pizza was just super weird. And and then the Life magazine thing, like, that was the one thing that was actually like freaking me out, was the Life magazine thing. I was like, are they schizophrenic, or like, what's going on? Are they on something? Like, why do they think this whole thing is okay? So I had a lot of time to think about it, and while I was waiting for her twin to come. But then when her twin came, she was like, I'm here to use your phone. I'm gonna order some Chinese takeout. And I was like, oh, you're not ordering pizza, so now you're ordering Chinese takeout. What's going on? It was just the weirdest thing. I couldn't believe it. They changed their mind. So, you know, at that point, it was like, okay, 3 red flags. You know, first pizza, then the Life magazine, now it's Chinese food. At least she pulled out a debit card that she was going to use, but I was just, so at least she wasn't going to, like, try to use mine. But, I was just like, you know what? I'm sorry. I feel a little weird about this. This whole situation is just awkward. You know, can you just, like, go away? I mean, that's pretty much what I said. I pretty much told her off, and she was like, oh, okay, my sister said we could use your phone. I must have misunderstood her or something like that. And she was just, like, really weird with her reaction to it. Like, I mean, yeah, I guess if at first it's a yes and then it's a no, I guess that would be a reason to be kind of jarred by it. But I'm sorry, you're making this incredibly awkward. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know. So she walks away. I don't know where she goes. She does not walk back up to her apartment. She walks down a different hallway. So I'm just like, I closed the door. Thankfully, nothing happened the rest of that night. But the whole time I was sitting there, I was just like, holy crap, what just happened? I can't believe this. And it's also like my first time living on my own. So like, it's just kind of nerve-wracking. You know what I mean? It's just, I live on my own. I don't have any roommates. I've never lived by myself, let alone away from this is literally my first time. This is independent to the max. You know what I mean? So it's just the whole thing, and I'm just like, you know what I mean? It was awful. Take these off. I don't think I need them. So anyway, the next day comes. That night I couldn't sleep, by the way, as I'm sure you can imagine. Couldn't sleep all night because I was kind of worried, like, what the heck's gonna happen? Are they gonna knock on my door like 2 a.m.? And I was like, gosh. But anyway, next day comes, I go to work, and then I come home, kind of expecting my apartment to be broken into or something crazy like that, but nope, nothing really happened. It was normal walking back home. This phone that was actually really cool, the wide angle lens on it, I've actually been, when I'm walking back to my apartment, I have been holding my phone at kind of a natural angle, but with the wide angle lens activated, and then when I get close to my apartment, I switch on the video, I start recording a video, because I can hold my phone like almost pointing at it naturally, like I'm using my phone angle, and it's not even pointing straight ahead, and it's recording what's ahead of me. The wide angle camera on this phone is insane. I am in love with it, and it's actually kind of a utilitarian use, so I can be a little bit subtle and discreet with how. And I also figured out today I could put it in my. I've been wearing shirts with rockets. Oh, y'all can't see that. I've been wearing shirts with rockets on them, like front pockets. I could just stick my phone in there and then just record as I'm walking, almost like a chest cam on a cop. So, I mean, I might actually try that. We'll see. I don't know. That would also be pretty discreet. But, yeah, Tuesday comes. Nothing really unusual or spectacular happened. Got home. Then I was like, I'm going to go check my mail again because I'm on top of it. Woo! I'm not going to let myself go lazy this time. So I went, checked the mail. Then I actually think I had mail this time. But then I was walking to the door that leads to like where all the hallways are for going to your apartment, and there's an elevator, and I heard the elevator ding as I was walking to the door, and I was like, oh cool, the elevator's here, I might as well just take that. You know what I mean? Just take the stairs if I can take the elevator. Usually if I have to wait for the elevator, I'll just take the stairs, but if the elevator's there, I'll probably take it. So elevator down, and somebody walked out of the elevator, and I was like, okay, cool, and they were walking towards the mailroom, so I was like, okay, cool, I'm just gonna be nice and hold the door for them. Also, it was like, you know, this is Tuesday, so 2 days before Halloween, and it kind of looked like they were wearing a Mickey Mouse costume. It was like really funny. They had like these big ears on and stuff. I was like, oh, okay, so someone's trying on their Halloween costume, which is kind of funny. So I was like, decided, you know, I'm just gonna hold the door for these people so they can go get their mail. Now, as this individual got closer, I started to notice that what I thought was a Mickey Mouse costume was actually not a Mickey Mouse costume. It was a hair towel, and then I noticed, like, wait, as the person got closer, it actually occurred to me that it was one of the twins. Oh, there's a spider in my car. Oof. I think I got it. it occurred to me it was one of the twins. But I was holding the door, and I smiled. I was like, here you go. And she looked at me, and she was absolutely like, I'm not going to thank you. I mean, seriously, I'm not even kidding. She straight up walked into the door and was like, I'm not going to thank you. And then it was weird because she then proceeded to walk out of the door, and then she started walking the other direction. Then she looked back at me and she's like, are you Owen? And I was like, yeah, that's me. I should have said no, right? No, but I said, yeah, that's me. I should have said, yeah, I did the right thing. I don't want to lie to these people. So I said, yeah, that's me. And she's like, all I wanted to do was use your phone to order a pizza. And I was just like, okay, we're back to pizza now? What's going on? Like, what? So pizza, Chinese food, pizza, creepy magazine, question, Chinese food, back to pizza. I was baffled, and I was like, I just kind of looked at her, I'm like, I'm sorry. I don't think I really had a chance to like tell her, like, it was just kind of an awkward situation you put me in, but like, she just kind of walked away in a huff. But the thing is that she never entered that door. She walked down a different hallway. It's just, the whole thing is so weird. Like, what is the deal? Why didn't you go to your predestined destination? Were you just so infuriated by the fact that I denied you the usage of my phone that you just didn't want to use my kindness to get to your destination? I couldn't believe it. So, yeah, now I'm like, great, now they have a grudge against me. So I go back to my apartment after that, a little shaken, but not too bad. And pretty much the rest of the day was pretty normal. And then Wednesday comes. Wednesday, obviously these next few days I am definitely on edge. And like, it was a normal day. Wednesday was a normal day. Thursday was a normal day. But then Friday rolls around. Now Friday was the day I was actually going to be coming down here to Boone. So I decided, because I didn't really get around to packing Thursday night. I was pretty tired Thursday night. I really didn't want to do anything. So I ultimately decided that I just was going to wait and pack. I was just going to get home from work early and then pack and then go. So that's kind of what I decided to do instead of actually packing the night before. Oops. And so I decided what I'm going to do to make this a little easier on myself is I'm going to park outside, so that way I don't have to make frequent trips to the parking deck, because that's a bit of a walk. Whereas if I park outside, I literally can use a gate and I'm pretty much right outside and it's great, you know what I mean? And then I just have to like walk to my car. It's a little bit more direct. So that's what I decided to do. So I pull in, to the parking spot that I'm parking in, and then I look up, like as I'm pulling in, I see some people, standing on the sidewalk, going down the sidewalk, and then I'm pulling into the parking space, and the freaking moment I pull into the parking space, I recognize these people as being both of the twins. They were both walking down the sidewalk right in front of the parking space that I was going for. Okay, great. Now they know what kind of car I drive, and I could, God, yeah. Oh, man. So, geez, I still am just so annoyed about that part, that they saw my car. But I saw them, I was pulling up, and they stopped when I, was pulling to my parking lot space. As you kind of do react when a car is pulling up to the parking space you're walking past, and, it always it is a little bit of a jarring time. Right lane. It is a bit of a jarring time. So, but they stopped, and then they looked in and they recognized me, and I saw them sort of talk to each other. Like, I don't know what they said. I couldn't hear through my windshield. I wish I had my windows cracked so I could hear what they were talking about, but I didn't. So, oh my gosh. Now here's the weird thing. My apartment complex is broken up into two buildings, all right? One of the buildings is purely apartments, and the other building is apartments plus retail, all right? Now, I live in the one that's purely apartments, so, and as a result of that, they also live in a building that's purely apartments. But the weirdest thing is that after the twins saw me, they diverged, all right? They split up. And one of them walked into the wrong building. they walked into the building that we don't live in. I don't know why. I have no idea why she walked in there. I found it very odd that she entered that hallway. Yeah, I was like, what the frick, man? Why did you go in there? And then I don't even know where the other twin went. But I don't know where she went. She probably went back to the apartment where she lives or something. I don't know. It was just like, what the heck? So I sat in my car for like a minute, just to kind of let them go away. And then I decided to get out and, you know, just start packing for Boone. But when I get to my apartment, the front door, I look down and I see like a flyer at on my welcome mat. And I was like, what's this? Picked it up. Kind of figured it might be an advertisement. Like some people in our apartment like to stick little ads in people's doors, and I thought maybe someone stuck a little advertisement for like a service they offer in my door, and it fell out and landed on the ground. But then when I saw it, this was an advertisement for a local pizza shop, or it might be a chain, but it was a pizza flyer, and it was also in very rough shape. That is a little significant. I don't know why it's significant, but it is significant, and you'll know why later. Or you'll know why I think it's significant later, but I don't know why it was in rough shape. But it was in rough shape, and if that makes sense. So I was just like, good Lord, what's going on? Why are they doing this? Why are they making this as weird as possible? So, okay, I just enter my apartment. I might actually have spliced a picture of the flyer in here because I'm going to try to edit this video a little bit. So, anyway, good grief, it's long. I'm trying to keep this video short and I just can't, whatever. So, anyway, that's pretty much that. Yeah, they left a flyer at my door. And I just kind of was like, okay, here we go. So I decided to pack, and really, you know, I left for Boone a lot later than I was planning because I was just kind of uncertain. Like, should I like not go out of town? Should I actually stay here and just make sure everything's okay? Or should I go to Boone? Now, I wanted to go to Boone because one of my friends from out of town was coming up, and I've been planning on meeting up at Boone for since about the summer. So I really wanted to make sure I saw her. Excuse me. So I actually did decide to go to Boone anyway. And I mean that's where the story ends. I mean, that's where the story ends right now. I'm actually heading back right now. I do not know what to expect. You know what I mean? You know, I could get back and everything's fine. I have no idea. I could get back and maybe there's more crap at my front door. Like, also, I should mention this flyer didn't have a note with it, and I'm annoyed the flyer didn't have the address printed on it because I swear it was them. Like, no question about it. It was them. And the reason why it's significant that it was battered up is because when I checked the mail on Friday, I had this same flyer in my mailbox, and it was in mint condition. All right, so everybody had this same flyer, and they got it that day. Because I've been good about checking my mail this past week, you know? So, I mean, yeah, that's pretty much it. We'll see what happens. I have no idea. What? Oh, stupid spider. Okay, you know what? Window down. Oh no! It rolled all the way down. Get out. Okay. I think that's good. I think this boater is out. What was I saying? I have no idea what to expect when I get back to my apartment. You know what I mean? I am absolutely, when I get home, ordering a security camera. Ooh, I'm speeding. Good Lord, this is not a good place to speed. I'm like so scared of speeding now. And now it's dropping to 45. So, as I was saying, I'm definitely ordering a security camera. 100% ordering a security camera. And, you know, I'm just going to install it. I'm going to make sure, I'm going to tell the leasing agent about it tomorrow. The lease agent, the lease manager, my apartment is such a sweetheart. She is awesome. Literally, I lucked the heck out with this place because they really do care about you at this apartment. We have a lot of social events where they try to get to know us at, and they're really fun. Like the last one I went to was a whiskey tasting. I hate whiskey, but it was so much fun. It was free, and it was great. So, we got really good people there, and, I'm sure I don't know if they could take any action, but she'd probably be able to provide some insight on these people. These people do have a history of kind of pesking and bothering the people that live there or whatever. I don't know. Maybe she'd give me the option to relocate or something. I don't know. That'd be nice. Because I do not mind the fact that these women live at the apartment. What makes me crazy is they are literally my upstairs neighbors. That is what makes me crazy. And I make YouTube videos. They probably have been able to hear every single YouTube video I've been making. And like I said, I don't like when people can overhear me recording YouTube videos. I definitely don't like them being able to overhear my YouTube videos. So, and especially, like I said, opening this new iPhone. That's why I mentioned the iPhone thing at the beginning of the video. I kind of forgot to tie that back together. But that is why I mentioned that, because I was thinking, are they trying to steal my phone? Because they do know that I have a new phone. It's a really nice phone. This is not exactly a low-end iPhone. So, I don't know, y'all. I don't know. Anyway, that's going to do it for me, y'all. Hopefully, if you're a youngster, this won't scare you from, living out on your own. I can't believe it, though, that it's happening to me. I never have to deal with weird people, but lately I have been dealing with a lot of really sketchy people. But this is, kind of the worst it's been, so... Probably gonna meet my next door neighbor tomorrow. I'll knock on her door because I know my next door neighbor is a young girl. Actually, I thought the people who lived above me was a young woman as well. And because I swear, because sometimes I'd hear a young girl's voice, on her phone talking to her friends, like a happy college age lady would, oh hey, what's up, y'all? You know what I mean? But I guess it was coming from next door, and I just kind of thought it was coming from above because. The women that live above me, they sound like this. They really, they don't really show emotion. I don't know. I'm not really sure that's the best implementation of their voice, but jeez. Anyway, guys, I think it's going to do it for this video. Hopefully, I don't know if I'm going to post it or not, but I just wanted to tell y'all this story because it's kind of weird, and it is kind of a reason why, you haven't seen videos lately, because I'm just weirded out by the fact that they can definitely overhear me recording them. I don't know. It was my goal to not meet my upstairs neighbors because of that. You know what I mean? It's I do not want to know who lives above me because I don't want to know who can hear me recording my videos. You know what I mean? So now I know who they are, and they are absolutely creepy. So anyways, that I think is going to do it, y'all. I'm so sorry about how long this video is. Hopefully you stuck through it, and hopefully I did a good job because I'm not the best storyteller, but I just picked my nose on camera. Alright, I'm going to end this thing. Thank you guys so very much for watching. I will see you guys in my next video. Like I said, I am going to be ordering the Zippo inserts. I need to do that. I might do that when I get back to my apartment. So, because I do want to cover those. I think they're so cool. I think it's cool that Zippo's finally doing that. And I want to know how good they are and how reliable they are. And I'm really excited about that electric one, dude. So, anyway, that's it. Thank you guys so very much for watching. Adios.